We are talking about a systematic and methodical method of genocide that today uses more subtle tools than it did 200 years ago. And systematic and methodical it is. Our people, and every day, everywhere they turn, are being told, you are not good enough. You are not valuable as a native person. Your language, your culture, your history, your customs, your ceremonies, none of those things are valuable. Even the way you look is wrong. The way your skin color is wrong. The way you dress is wrong. The things you eat are wrong. And in order to be any kind of a human being, any kind of real person, you have to dress a certain way. You have to look a certain way. You even have to pitch your voice a certain pitch. Because if you look too Indian, if you look too native, then there's something wrong with you. There's something really wrong with you that you are not going to be able to succeed to do anything. You'll never be any good at anything. You're ignorant, you're savage, you're primitive, and you always will be as long as you're native. That's the subtle message. And sometimes it's more than subtle. Sometimes it's blatant in the legislative process, in the bureaucratic processes, in the instruments that they use in the schools. It's either you become like them, become white, non-native, or you're nothing. You may as well die. You may as well commit suicide, be a drunk or whatever. Because if you're anything else, then you're ignorant, you're savage, you're valueless. And the thing about that is that they have every way of telling you that. Every way of showing you that. Every way of making sure you understand that you know your place, that you can only succeed if you become like them. We are valuable. We're much more valuable and much more precious in what we have today than ever before, and that becomes more and more clear to me as I look at the world and I look at the systems and I look at the sickness there and I look at the healing that needs to be done. And the onus is on each one of us. The onus is not on someone else. We cannot say, well, who am I to do anything about it? I'm just one little person. I can't change the system. I can't do anything about it. Every one of us has that responsibility. Every one of us can take on that responsibility. Every one of us are responsible, whether we want to be or whether we don't want to be. Things happen through action or non-action. It's your choice. You can be a teacher, and you're always a teacher, no matter what you do, no matter if you don't want to be. You are. You either teach good or you teach bad. Because people around you are affected by what you say, by what you do, by how you are, the things that you work at, the things that you promote, the things that you represent.
The power of the mind is the thing that keeps you from just submitting and eliminating yourself right now. Black people are at a state of mind where they're eliminating themselves like crazy because they don't know who they are.
If the state won't kill us, then we'll have to kill ourselves. It's no longer good etiquette to headhunt savages, so we'll just have to do it ourselves. It's not polite to violate squaws, so we'll just have to find an Indian to oblige us. It's poor form to let an Indian starve. We'll have to deprive our young ourselves. Blinded by niceties and polite liberality, we can't see our enemy, so we'll just have to kill each other. In this field of dying leaves, dead grass, and rustling winds, blooms alone autumn rose. Death. Death hangs over us like a black widow maker on a treeless mountainside. A beleaguered army caught in a valley we thought green, lush, and teeming with life, suddenly become a swamp full of alligators, leeches, filth, and disease. Disease and death. Dis-ease. Caused more by the shame of being fooled one more time. In the darkness of our own confusion, we have forgotten our reason for being.
Now you got American Indian people, at least they still have a cultural alliance to their past, and they have known exactly how they've been walked around. Black people at this point don't know. If you ask black people about American Indians, I think that the consensus would be like, I ain't giving a fuck, because they don't know. Hey, you talk about brainwashed, lost people. They ain't giving a fuck about anybody else. They ain't giving a fuck about if you don't give a fuck about yourself, you ain't giving a fuck about anybody else. So, those alliances are not there only because that black people are here, like I told you. Because we don't even know where we are, or who we are, or what we are. You know what I'm saying? At least American Indian, they've been, it's just blatant, and they do have their cultural ties, and they do know what's happening to them. And they at least try to attack you. Like Bobby Seals bugging out, the whole thing is that you don't get entwined into doing it the system's way, and you can live, breathe a certain way, and also at the same time you got to not give a fuck, not give a fuck.
forgotten our reason for being. We have forgotten our reason for being.
But we got to think. We got to think.
Bury my heart on the vast plains where freedom quests end in merciless violence, cradling the dust of another frontier.
Bury my heart. Bury my heart.
Bury my heart in cold print on the dead dry leaves of books unfinished, censored by a foreign mind.
Bury my heart. Bury my heart.
Bury my heart in the city of sorrow, amid mazes of broken rock which hide the evidence of natural visions, pure and sweet.
Bury my heart. Bury my heart.
Bury it in bottles, in stairwells, in between buildings, where survivors survive an unsheltered existence. Bury it where grass grows silent, in between scapes of rolling gray tonnage.
Bury my heart. Bury my heart.
Let its spirit rise above unsound burial grounds and soar towards the observant sky. Let it pierce the clouds like the legendary arrow from the bow of leaders past.
Bury my heart. Bury my heart.
Cleanse its sharp penetrating tip before natural law pulls it back down. To stand erect on the dust-settled plain, where hopeful heartbeats ceased, stripped of their dignity. Let the ghost dance persist around the sacred tree, with determined feet pounding the still warm earth. Of Wounded Knee and beyond.
Bury my heart. Bury my heart.
the welfare line, collect blood money for wasting time. Thoughts are faded over what to do. Can you feel what I'm going through?
Promises of food and there was none. Promises of land and there was none. So we sent for more beer and now it's gone. Now you tell me that the check is in the mail.
I've been robbed of my heritage line, repeated numbings on my aching mind. A pounding holds my rage in check, always aware I'm an animal kept.
Promises of food and there was none. Promises of land and there was none. So we sent for more beer and now it's gone. Now you tell me that the check is in the mail.
Another birth each passing day. Who's the father? Who can say? Families grow, prefabricated house. Cold dark faces of futures in doubt.
Promises of food and there was none. Promises of land and there was none. So we sent for more beer and now it's gone. Now you tell me that the check is in the mail.
Polluted rivers, more added woes. When will it stop? Nobody knows. Discontent, a church on fire. Mercury poisoning, no desire. Divide and conquer our battered wills. Look to the forest, the silence could kill. Payment planets known as cash for life. Systematic mystery on a reservation life. In head. Lord only knows when her children were fed. I look down the road, there's children sniffing glue. Only escape from nothing to do.
Promises of food and there was none. Promises of land and there was none. So we sent for more beer and now it's gone. Now you tell me that the check is in the mail.
Maybe he'll take his gun instead and place the barrel to his head. He might pull the trigger and end his life, aim and fire and shoot his wife. Either way, it's endless strife. Systematic misery on a reservation life.
Promises of food and there was none. Promises of land and there was none. So we sent for more beer and now it's gone. Now you tell me that the check is in the mail.
History lesson. Out of the belly of Christopher's ship, a mob burst, running in all directions, pulling furs off animals, shooting buffalo, shooting each other, left and right. Father meanwhile waves his makeshift wand, forgives saucer-eyed Indians. Red-coated knights gallop across the prairie to get their men and to build a new world. Pioneers and traders bring gifts, smallpox, Seagrams, and Rice Krispies. Civilization has reached the promised land. Between the snap, crackle, pop of smokestacks and multicolored rivers swelling with flower-powered Z, are farmers sewing skulls and bones, and miners pulling from gaping holes green paper faces of a smiling English lady. The colossi in which they trust, while burying breathing forests and fields beneath concrete and steel, stand shaking fists, waiting to mutilate whole civilizations 10 generations at a blow. Somewhere among the remains of skinless animals is the termination to a long journey and unholy search for the power glimpsed in a garden, forever closed, forever lost. Keeper's words. Makers are mockers, so said the grandmother. Her tribal conscience rode at her elbow, as inherited as her brown skin. Her words, smooth, carved as bone, and so old no one remembered, were placed side by side, in a pattern fashioned in the beginning of her kind. There will be no new words in man designs to break up what is sacred and leave forget in its place. We are keepers, we must not chains. On this earth lives a cannibal monster who devours himself because he changes so much as he grows that he forgets what his tail looks like. I'll be around, she said, soon after death lunges forward out of the rabble. I will stand on a hilltop for you, a black dot against blazing red, and my shadow will stretch long and narrow over the earth curve to seep into the little ones, even now skipping behind you. And all your sound songs will be no more than food for that monster, but the sacred words will still be whispered in shadows. You will hear and understand. Nothing is new, only changed. And there are no men who are makers, just changers. World renewal song. Nothing was good. The winds blew and grasses died. I thought I was pitied, so I longed for a whole time song. I danced for it in deerskins. I made thought with paint and red lines from little finger to the left shoulder. I, silent, listening by dying grasses, began hearing at dawn. A new fire is lighted. The finished world is here, formed in mind patches. It has come, the song for rain and green and good. I sit by talking grasses now, with nothing more to make a good world of than thought paint and dance talking lines. But song colors pour over my world, and my good time still goes on. will hear and understand. Nothing is new, only changed. And there are no men who are makers, just changers.
Look here, old chap, it's us who gave you civilization. Invasion. If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to America to try conquer the Red Indian. Well, I don't know about you, but I tell you what I do when I am looking at a Western. When I'm watching a telly, I don't really see the Red Indian as a real bad man. They had a lot to give cause they didn't want to live in a little old dirty reservation. Cause they didn't care cause they were just there defending their own homeland. Europeans come not one by one but in their tens and thousands with the intention of taking all the best land and giving the Indian the bad one. Well, you must understand that the Red Indian were not just savages or madman, cause I am aware that they were just there reacting like any human. If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to South Africa to try conquer the South African. Cecil Rhodes and the posse of European did come with African land. They came for a fight with a gun in them right and them Bible in the left hand. They treated us with enough disgust, never treat we like man and woman. Treated us like something from outer space, like something that you wouldn't spit on. We were first class citizens in Africa, they made us second class citizens. It is mad and bad and so sad to be a prisoner in your own land. But me people are fighting for the truth and the rights, and the truth and the rights must stand. So that system apartheid must be destroyed and it can't carry on too long. If a man come in your house and told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if that happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? If a man in your house told you to come out and told you to live in the garden, if it happened to you, tell me what would you do? Wouldn't you fight and fight and fight them? Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those old Europeans were very cheeky man. They would turn round and say that they gave us civilization. Hear them now? Look here, old chap, it's us who gave you civilization. If it wasn't for us, you'd be running around without any clothes on. We taught you to eat with a knife in the right and a fork in your left hand. If it wasn't for us, you'd be fighting with spears instead of with shotgun. We think your gold and silver is sufficient payment for bringing you out of the past and right into the present. You owe a lot to us, I'm sure you're in agreement. So anything we say to do, just do it and keep silent. These so-called civilized man did come with them big weapon. Kill off tiger, elephant, rhinoceros and lion. Then put them head in a dining room for decoration. Now tell me, does that sound like a civilized person? Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those old Europeans were very clever man. They always made it seem like that they were the righteous one. Cause everybody in ya have a television, and each and everybody must have seen Tarzan. You know the one where you see only for African, looking kinda mean with them war paint on. And from one tree, sung a white man a show, oh, 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 like any madman. And with one dry piece of knife in the man, and kill all the African one by one. Well, me and you know it's imagination, but to some people it is confusion. It's just another trick, a diversion, created by the grand old European, the gold old Europeans. They had a lot of man. They went over to other people's land to conquer was their intention. Those old Europeans, they had a lot of man. They went over to America, went over to South Africa, went over to India, went over to Australia, went over to Canada, went over to Jamaica, went.
In South Africa today, a bomb spoke in my head. Wake up, Laguma, you're dead. The whisper, soft as it was, disturbed my dream. I got up, placed my feet on the ground, and felt the blood leaking from my toes. You see, the rubble and the splinters and the ashen-bearing bones, the broken glass and the mortar were all absent on the eve I laid to rest. The smell of dinner hung restlessly above the still crisp dew. The sun, halfway up, shattered the moon stuck between a dripping standpipe and a Sasol pipeline. And I don't remember the night. Only a brief flash of two still Kodak-color prints. The first, in black and white, sits in my family album. I was only 10, didn't know the world then, but I could see the future behind the trees. My toenails always cried blood. They saw clearer than my eyes. Now all the trees have died. The second photo framed a woman and a man, maybe her husband, their black skins gleaming under the red haze of unsettled ash. He, bare-chested, bit into the curse once flung to the sky aimlessly. The woman, her face scarred by tear tracks, stooped in what seemed like a first prayer pose, her eyes closed. But it could have been the pain of a lost labor. While in the background, a small box meant for believers en route to Namibia sat atop a house without trees. On its side read, Bibles, handle with care. Yet beneath the rubble and the splinters and the ashen-bearing bones, the broken glass and the mortar, there are no writings on the walls. 6'6" houses without trees, handle with care, but throw the bodies anywhere. With a last throb, my heart broke into tears. In South Africa today, there are no tears for fears, gentle songs, only bloodshot eyes from sleepless nights, a stillborn cries. No northern lights set the fire on our southern breasts from the fuel of improvised riots. No live aid because you don't feed fighters, even if they are children. We are not the world, just that valley without peace. As the picture crumbled, I heard the sound, and I don't remember the night. In Havana, nights are black, tainted only by the moon, and harsh sounds linger in doorways. Here in exiled Havana, I slept last night. But I am in South Africa today. I am in South Africa today. I am in South Africa today. I'm in South Africa today. In South Africa today. South Africa today. South Africa today. South Africa.
ለሁሉም የወገን መድኃኒት አንድነት ለፍቅር ለሰላም ለእውነት የምታስተዳድር በተቻላት አቅም እናት ናት መድኃኒት ለሰው ልጆች ፍቅር በጋና ክረምትን የምታፈራርቅ ሰውን ቀዝቀዝ አርጋ ደግሞም የምታሞቅ እካሸት ሰላምን ወይንም ጦርነትን በቁጥጥሯ ነው ይህችን ዓለም
እና መብራት ሕይወት አንድነት በጋና ክረምትን የምታፈራርቅ ሰውን ቀዝቀዝ አርጋ በጋና ክረምትን የምታፈራርቅ ሰውን ቀዝቀዝ አርጋ ደግሞም የምታሞቅ ካሻት ሰላምን ወይንም ጦርነትን በቁጥጥሯ ነው ይህችን ዓለምን እንዴት እንያዛት ፍቅር የኛ ምድርን መስከረም ጥቅምትን ህዳር ትህሳስን ጥርና የካቲት ሚያዝያ ግንቦትን ሁሉ ጊዜ አለች 12 ወራት እናትና ለሰው ልጅ የወገን መከታ አንድነት ለፍቅር የሰላም አለኝታ እናመስግናት ጠዋትና ማታ እናት ናት ለሁሉም የወገን መከታ የዓለም ጎዳና እየመራቸው በእናት ጥበብ ነው ሁሉም ኃይላቸው ይህን እያወቅን በእናት አንጨክንን ሁልጊዜ ደስ ይበለን አንድነት በፍቅር
እናት ሕይወት መብራት
Television, the drug of the nation, breeding ignorance and feeding radiation. Under God has turned into one nation under the influence of one drug, television. And one man who is the master of that kingdom, the president of the U.S. of A, B, C, television, the drug of the nation, breeding ignorance and feeding radiation. Television, the drug of the nation, breeding ignorance and feeding radiation. TV is the reason why less than 10% of our nation reads book standards. Why most people think that America means cancer. It means un-American, and apartheid is a new headache remedy. Yeah! Television, the drug of the nation, feeding ignorance, feeding radiation. Television, the drug of the nation, feeding ignorance, feeding radiation. Ground for political candidates. Where bears in the woods are chased by Christian foremen and bald eagles. Where all you need to do to get elected is to make monkey movies. Just ask Clinton and Ronnie. And where things in your mouth are more important than the words that come out of it. On television, the drug of the nation, feeding ignorance, feeding radiation. Television, the drug of the nation, feeding ignorance, feeding radiation. Is a place where self-canceling phrases like fresh roses, pop art, and military intelligence have become standard. TV is a place where words are redefined like contra freedom fighting. Insanity such repressive regime on television. Drug of the nation, breeding ignorance, feeding radiation. Television, drug of the nation, breeding ignorance, feeding radiation. Trivia, where toothpaste and cars have become sex objects, and where Sesame Street is more real than Hill Street. Television, the drug of the nation, This song is about a man named Brian Wilson. Anybody know who he is? Who knows who he is? Not the Beach Boys. That's your second wrong answer. One more and you're kicked out. Brian Wilson was a Vietnam veteran from San Francisco who, upon returning from the war, decided that he was going to do anything he could to stop Vietnam from taking place again. So one of the first things he did was he took the medals which he had received from the war and threw them on the steps of the White House. He later participated in many hunger fasts at the White House, trying to draw attention to what America was doing in Central America. And finally, in September of 1987, Brian Wilson laid down on some train tracks in order to stop a train from taking arms shipments to the Contras in Nicaragua. And in the process of this, Brian Wilson had his legs chopped off by the train. And it later came out in the trial, in the hearings which ensued, that the CIA and the United States Navy, knowing the history of Brian Wilson, his group, the Nuremberg Actions Committee, were going to be there, that they ordered the train to continue over whoever was on the tracks. And this song is about a point in all of our lives when we take the responsibility as citizens of the United States or as citizens of Belgium that we will not allow our governments to condone or to proceed with violence and war in other parts of the world in our name any longer. The song is called Suffering. my son and yours. It's all of ours. It's all of ours. It's time to decide, make up your mind. Whose side are you on? Use your mind. Face your mind. Out of mind. All the real heroes are. They're checking every night. Time to let them know. We're the ones who really time. Use your mind. Face your mind. Out of mind. All the real heroes are. They're checking every night. Time to let them know. We're the ones who really time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Beatniks, and we are not afraid of revolution. Because revolution to us means change. And we all feel that our world, this world we live in, is in desperate need of change. It's very obvious to us that our world is rapidly deteriorating. Deteriorating at the hands of the capitalist imperialist forces that are running America, Great Britain, Germany, and the rest of the world. It seems that everything our nations do are in the name of money, but not really for the people. So we like to ask everyone to share in this thought of trying to get a balance of information and try to balance our lives with as much cultural enrichment from different people so that we can understand each other a little better and begin to love ourselves like we would like others to love us as well. And when we achieve this balance, then we can begin the revolution and begin fighting all the opposition that's against us. It takes a lot of power, it takes a lot of strength, but we all have it, and we all need to share it. That is what the Beatniks have to say tonight. Choose your tracks. Power to all people. Thank you.
Decide, make up your mind. Whose side are you on? Lift your mind, face your mind. Out of mind. One who the real heroes are. It's second every night. Time we let 'em know. We're the ones who really try. Who's your mind? Face your mind. Got to keep it out of mind. One who the real heroes are. It's second every night. Time we let 'em know. We're the ones who really try. Someone's undercritical, but this world is hypocritical. It's either too unfair. Nobody really cares. It's coming ahead of the government. Coming ahead of the White House. We're not gonna money men. If we took out the men. We'll talk about nuclear testing. We'll talk about national. We'll talk about the college. We'll talk about the meeting plan. We'll talk about the community. Be next. Be next. Be next. Be next. Del Wolf, thank you very much. We're the Beatniks from San Francisco.
He stares blankly out at you. He's recruiting you and me to join his army, his navy, his air force. While the Avengers scream out from a college radio station, ask not what you can do for your country, but what your country, any country's, been doing to you. Sarah was mugged 9 p.m. a block from home, 3 a.m., 12 stitches. All he wanted was her purse, cash. Give me the bag, bitch. Give me the bag, bitch. What makes a man? What makes a man? What makes a man do this? People wandering the streets. Daylight, dark night. Streets are cold. Streets are hard. Streets are not empty of hungry men, women, children. Marie Antoinette Reagan stares blankly out at you. Her Jackie Kennedy Onassis box hat the envy of middle-aged, middle-class women everywhere. Let them eat cake, Ronnie. Oh yes, let them eat cake. Cast Company Gallery, New Mexico. Is it true that the owner buys artwork dirt cheap, then resells it tenfolding her investment? Another Indian ripoff. She's made a slick business deal and one hell of a profit. Is this ambition? At what cost? There should be a law. Telegraph Avenue, Berkeley. Mirror of the new age, the counterculture, hallway of the other political viewpoint. A place where things begin to change. Hippies, gypsies, vagabonds, college students, preppies, punks. The new Hate Street mode. Hair spiked straight up, straight black, fresh. Checking over the straits with a cynical grin. Looking for a ride to the next hardcore music show in the city. Got a free ticket from Calex. Social unrest, suicidal tendencies, new model army, tooth and nail, Reagan youth, DOA, killing joke. Black is it. Black on black on black. High school blacks up from Oakland hang on the corner, cool breezing, checking it out. East Coast blacks in the wrong neighborhood, chased, beaten, killed. We don't like niggers here. Darmon, nah we knows. 16th and Cap Street, San Francisco, a young Indian, or should I say indigenous hooker, struts. High sharp cheekbones, dark night brown eyes, pitchy black long hair. Skinny, sips sugar from a large wax cup of Coca-Cola, soggy straw, eyes darting from car to car. That face could be in Tuba City, in Winslow, or Flagstaff, Arizona. That face covered with scabs could be walking death to some fool with a heart-on and no condom. On the reservation, there are no jobs. Parents are forced to move to the city. Their kids get lost, sometimes. South Africa. Nelson Mandela is still imprisoned. His wife Winnie suffers the burden of being human in a slave zone. The wealth and power are kept. White Parliament votes. Votes against anti-apartheid. Against sanity. Clarissa's brother-in-law died of AIDS yesterday. Lesions covering his body outside and inside. He was going to do it next week. Kill himself. Get it before it got him. No mercy. Afghanistan refugees escape the bulldozers that bury bodies dead and alive. No one sees, no one hears the screams as Russia digs a path to the sea. Marie Antoinette Reagan adjusts her box hat. She awaits the eye of the camera. A blank stare. AIDS, aggression, lies, war, hatred, confusion, pain, poverty, greed, love, children, humanity.
Native man, caught in the red, white, and blue, trying to move to the rising of the sun, the moon's rhythms that clear still lake sees you. Look deep into her waters before you touch, before you immerse yourself, native man. Native man, caught in the red, white, and blue, playing tag with the police. Who will win this time? Fascist or fascist, and will function the same way when face to face with you. Native man, move to the rising of the sun, the moon's rhythms, see the clear still lake, touch it, immerse yourself, native man.
Barrier Lake, it's the Micmac, Gibson laws they want to negate. Government says, respect sovereignty, yet invades with impunity. those tracks, trying to get a ride. Cop comes up, nowhere to hide. Jumps on my back like an artillery attack.
White supremacists exist. We have to admit, even in Canada, where the latest nonsensical stanza from the Black Governor General says, racism doesn't exist. Who is he trying to fool? We know injustice persists.
Sign of maturity is confronting our insecurities, no platitudes to substantiate harmful attitudes. Emphatically we state, say no to rape, 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 rape.
Black man, once again, we must comment on the anti-female environment. Women should not be an outlet which we use to vent our discontent, not even racist-induced torment. That cycle of violence to women we must circumvent.
In your wheelchairs. I see you sitting here tonight in those wheelchairs. I've stayed with you, I've reached out to you across our nation, and don't you give up. I know it's tough sometimes. People look down on you. It took you a little more effort to get here tonight. And no one should look down on you, but sometimes mean people do. The only justification we have for looking down on someone is that we're going to stop and pick them up. But even in your wheelchairs, don't you give up.
And let's not fall prey to anti-gay hysteria using European criteria.
Natalie Burdass deserves a true historical place. If it's the real truth, we wish to trace. A disconcerting fact facing European settler descendants is that this concept of a nation, which they feel is their sole creation, was built on stolen land and deceit. Native people left with no receipt.
Special dedication This one is dedicated to, well, you know who you are. She's crying for many. She's flesh of my flesh. I am bone of her bone. So please stop kicking her. I beg you, leave her alone. She's not fighting back. Find the love that you lack. That's my sister you're beating upstairs. I'm feeling them punches. I'm feeling them kicks. I know where your mind is. I check you as sick. So you are the man. Easy man if you can. That's my sister you're beating upstairs. She's screaming and it seems that you will not stop. This is domestic. What use is a cop? And you keep repeating, tell me where you've been. She's trying to tell you. You're not listening. Downstairs my flat is shaking, the lights they are swaying, and I can hear loudly each word you are saying. I feel that her body is touching my ceiling, and I see the man from inside you revealing. She's crying for many, there's many the same, and don't try to tell me the Bible's to blame. The colors that you fly outside, carry them home. It's cruel, you're unhealthy, you should live alone. That problem needs checking, it seems you're forgetting. Remember your mother, I'm your girlfriend's brother. Your energy's wasted, your bitterness tasted, and all that you stand for has been demonstrated. So now you feel sexy. Does that turn you on? After you've come, tell me where you've gone. Your bed's only playing the rhythm of one. Her moaning sounds painful, pleasure measures none. I heard you say, move a bit, don't just lie still. Sounds nothing like loving, sounds more like a kill. So beating and sexing gives you a cheap thrill. Male power projecting, now you've had your fill. She's flesh of my flesh, I am bone of her bone. I cannot help hearing, I'm downstairs alone. You reap what you sow, how comes you don't know? That's my sister you're beating upstairs.
From earth, from water, our people grew to love each other in this manner. For in all our languages, there is no he or she. We are the children of the earth and of the sea. Zi Waldan, Zi Waldan, Ana Kwika Ktodana, Zi Waldam, Zi Waldam, Malian Pita Odana, Ana Kwika Santi Waldam, Ndatama we don't bow.
Shaman. The wrinkled woman walks the past with mythic tribes that move across the plains like breezes. Peering through her brown eyes, I see them come to me in dreams. These feathered bird people dancing around my heart pull me into the circle, into their dance. Dancing, the old woman's eyes lead me through the legendary landscape to the burial ground
to its twisted red bodies, sculpting a monument for those who ghost dance through Wounded Knee. One square mile. Across the plains, the people followed the buffalo through the days and days of summer in a mighty circle. Across the prairie, the golden ones came to tell Big Bear, you and your family may have 1 square mile. But he refused to enter their kingdom, preferring instead to walk where his feet could walk. When the people saw the buffalo disappear, watch the rail invading the sanctity of their mother, they learned to say yours and mine. From Fort Pitt to Fort Carlton and every fort across the Queen's great land, the people starved so their leaders would learn that lesson. Feeding on the scraps of what had once been plentiful and free, 1 square mile became each person's cell. And for ignoring the walls they constructed, for refusing to play the dog at their feast, Big Bear was penned in the Stony Mountain prison. Finally, in the winter of this struggle, the river people froze and are frozen still. Though the cold, dark water moves in endless circles somewhere beneath the surface.
Before the Spaniards came to the Americas in 1492, there were about 30 million people living here. In Jamaica itself, there was about 500,000 Arawak Indians. 50 years later, there was none. The native Indians experienced massive genocide at the hand of the Spaniards.
Where have all the Caribs gone? Long time passing. Where have all the Caribs gone? Long time ago. Where have all the Caribs gone? Long time passing. When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn?
of Isabel and Ferdinand, Columbus sailed to this little island. What did he come for?
Came for gold.
What did he bring?
Is the reason told.
The statue of Columbus stands on the hill facing the sea. His hand rests on the hilt of his sword. I walk beneath the statue. His feet crush my brain. His sword cuts open my womb. I flee, I flee, I flee from beneath his shadow, leaving my blood on the ground. As a little girl in grade 4, the teacher would take us to see the statue, and we would attempt to draw, to etch this forerunner of our doom. We were made to repeat, and every school child knows this. Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica in 1494 with his 3 ships, the Niña, Pinta, and Santa Maria. Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica in 1494 with his 3 ships, the Niña, Pinta, and Santa Maria. Yeah. We'd sing praises to this hero, praising him for the death he brought us. In the year 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. I look at the statue. Its shadow covers the sun, while all around me are graves and tombs of a vanished people. I look again at the statue, remembering the grade 4 chant, remembering a beautiful land, remembering death and tears. I look again at the statue and marvel that even today